What's going on, everybody? It's JB here with another episode of the Burnley Career Mode, and we've got two home fixtures today. As you can see there on the little cutscene there, Goodmanson has grabbed December's Player of the Month award, so well done to Johan for that. But we've got two big games coming up at Turf Moor. We've got Brighton to come in the second match, but first of all it's down to Turf Moor again for a match really against our title rivals Liverpool. Now it's going to be a big game really at the top of the Premier League. It's one of the biggest games surely of the season. Let's get down to the turf where Liverpool are standing by. Will they be lambs to the slaughter, or will Liverpool come good against the Clouts? We'll have to wait and see and find out. But let's get down to the turf for the first of two games. First later Brighton, but now it's all about Liverpool. Hello from Turf Moor. Good evening to you as Burnley take on the joint highest scorers. Liverpool and Spurs have 28 goals each. Then come Everton on 27. Burnley themselves with 26 goals. Leicester completing the top five with 21 goals scored. So really it's a battle between the top scorers statistically in the division against the fourth best scorers statistically as well. But it should be a cracking atmosphere, as it always is when Liverpool are in town. Here is the Burnley lineup with Joe Hart in goal. Then it's Danilo, Tarkowski, me and Shaw across the back. And then it's Goodmanson, Cork, Hughes and Brady. And up front, Mario Balotelli and Ashley Barnes. That potent strike force. So Emmanuel Dennis has to make do amongst the likes of Valverde and Vedra amongst the substitutes. And of course Nick Pope. Well, we've seen the Burnley side. Now let's have a look at Liverpool, shall we? With Alisson in goal, and then a back four of Klein, Gomez, Van Dijk and Andrew Robertson, the Scottish international. Then it's Ronaldo, Fabinho and Henderson, and it's Mo Salah, Roberto Firmino and Sadio Mane, the dream team up front. And it just shows that the likes of Karim Benzema just can't get in the side when those three are just unstoppable as a trio. Well, the rain is pouring quite fervently here in Burnley, as he always does more often than not. Typical Burnley weather for this, but it's a glamour match, no doubt about it. The glamour's in town, and Burnley are becoming a bit of a claret club themselves, right at the top of that Premier League. Get us underway in the claret and blue. Liverpool in their old change strip of all purple this evening. This is Henderson now for Liverpool, who are attacking from left to right here. Firmino, good football again. Mane's free on the left hand side. This is Ronaldo, good running, deflected. It might fall for Mane, and Liverpool have scored. But it's only taken them nearly 5 minutes. Sadio Mane has put Liverpool ahead. And Turf Moor, that was bouncing a few minutes before the kick-off, has now got into a complete hush of silence. Mane stabbing it past Joe Hart inside the near post. And all of a sudden, the atmosphere has changed very, very dramatically. Mane with the goal, and Liverpool in the lead. Only his fourth goal of the season, but it's an important goal for Liverpool. And the top scorer is now clock up goal number 29, I think, for the season. 28 or 29 goals this season. Oh, that really puts Burnley right up against it now. Here's Goodmanson now with the response here for Burnley. Goodmanson into Barnes. Oh, he should have scored. Should have scored. No ifs, no buts, no excuses here. Ashley Barnes there should score. And he pulls the shot wide. Should have been 1-1. Here come Liverpool. Here's Henderson. Firmino. They look menacing, but what a tackle that was. But Fabinho has got it. Mane. Henderson. Well, that could and possibly should have been 2-0. Henderson there, turning away from his man. Tarkowski was nowhere, and fortunately the ball wasn't troubling the goal, or even Joe Hart for that matter. And Burnley, hooker by crook, survive. Me to Tarkowski. Balotelli, good football, and look at Goodmanson in behind. Big opportunity here for Burnley. Goodmanson with a cross, and he went all the way through, and Will Hughes came in with a diving header. Brady keeps it alive. Brady again, in towards Balotelli! That's the way to hit back! 1-1! Game on at Turf Moor with Just over 16 minutes of the first half gone. Turf Moor rejoices. Alisson stands hands on hips. But Burnley didn't give up. The first cross went right away through. Brady had 2 bites at the cross. He got it perfect in the second attempt and put it slap bang on Balotelli's head. And he connected with that so sweetly. It was in from the moment it left his head. Alisson didn't have a chance. It's Burnley 1, Liverpool 1. Balotelli's 10th league goal this season. Here's Balotelli. Barnes is through the middle. And he's picked him out. Checked out. Barnes. Yes! 2-1 to Burnley. Ashley Barnes has done it. Or has he? The flag is up. The goal will not stand. At what point was he offside? Oh, it's tight. It's tight. But it couldn't have been closer, could it? Henderson now for Liverpool. Ronaldo for Liverpool. Salah. In towards Henderson. Good strike, and he hit it well with his left foot. And Joe Hart had to be alert there. There was a foul in the build-up on Ronaldo by Danilo, and the referee might want to speak to Danilo in a minute because Burnley are on the break. Goodmanson with a good cross. Brady! Oh, inches wide. Inches wide. A lovely cross from Goodmanson, and Brady came flying in there, headed it just past the post. Meanwhile, whilst all that was going on, Danilo is now going to be spoken to by the referee, and now he's going to get a booking for the earlier challenge there on, I think it might have been Manny actually, rather than Ronaldo. Whoever it was a bad tackle. Well, we're now into the closing stages of the first half. Good body up there, and Balotelli through. Barnes! It's 2-1. He had his goal, and that makes up for the one that might have been questionably disallowed earlier on in the piece. And Turf Moor has gone mad. It's bedlam. Balotelli playing him in. The flag stayed down, and he hit this 20-yard daisy cutter that Alisson never even saw. Flashed past him at an instant. Ashley Barnes gets his 5th of the season. And what a way to bring it up. It was just marvellous. 5th league goal, incidentally, of the season. It's 2-1 to Burnley. And Liverpool now, what fight have they got left in? And we're into stoppage time almost at the end of the first half as Balotelli tried another speculative shot which was charged down by Virgil van Dijk. So we're now into 3 minutes of stoppage time. Ronaldo, Henderson, Mane, Firmino and Andy Robertson. Good run down the left hand side by the left back. And Tarkowski across. There's the ball. Henderson can save. It looked an equaliser all the way. Joe Hart, even at 32 years old, still has the short reflexes. And my God, he needed to use them there. It was a marvellous save. Marvellous save. Liverpool corner. Mo Salah. Up into the area it goes. Punched away by Hart. Henderson. Has he got time? No, he hasn't, said the referee. But what an action-packed first half that was. Marnie put Liverpool ahead after only 5 minutes. Then Balotelli hit back after 16 with the equaliser. Barnes had one disallowed before hitting one just before the break. Half time at Turf Moor. Burnley 2, Liverpool 1. Well, Liverpool have got a large period of the second half now. We're into just coming up to 3 minutes gone in the second half to try and see if they can fight back. It's going to be tough here against the Burnley side that show no mercy on their own patch. Here's Firmino. He's through. Firmino, he's through. Oh, he's missed. He's missed the opportunity. Could he have... Oh my goodness. He didn't show the end of it. Maybe Mane will be pleased he didn't, because it was a really poor miss by his high standards. Burnley, incidentally, will play Brighton at Turf Moor again in the second match. And my goodness, we're heading hurtling towards Christmas as quick as anyone can blink. Shaw. Oh, he's giving away. Firmino takes it up. Plays the ball to Ronaldo. Now Mo Salah. Ronaldo. I thought Salah might have gone forward there. Sadio Mane, oh, he's bunny hopped it, and in fact I think he knew he was offside, and I think that's why the reason he bunny hopped there. Burnley about to make a change. Off comes Ashley Barnes, and Emmanuel Dennis, number 19, will now come on for the remaining 35 minutes plus stoppage time that remains of the game. Free kick taken quickly. Ben Mee to Will Hughes. Brady in down the left. Good first time cross in there towards Gudmundsson, and in the end heads it wide and behind for the goal kick. Wijnaldum comes off for Liverpool, and Keita will now take his place. It's going to be some nervy finish this, as Alisson prepares to take a goal kick. 2-1 to Burnley. Good header one there. This is Dennis. This is Gudmundsson. Oh, that would have been some goal if he'd have connected, but it went way over the bar. 67 minutes gone. Fabinho takes it up. Oh, it's given away just short. Now then, a big chance here. Robbie Brady's on the left-hand side. And he ran into too many purple shirts there for his own liking, and the ball was ushered back to Alisson, or Alisson Becker to give him his full name. Brazilian international. Klein gets it forward, down the line, Salisbury. Now then, he's got two in the centre. If he can pull the ball back, Mane's one of them. Firmino's another, and Joe Hart was there. Great goalkeeping. Substitution to Jurgen Klopp. Off comes Klein, and Grimaldo comes on. That is a Liverpool substitution. And it's a corner to Liverpool with 5 minutes to go. In fact, Robbie Brady's race is run. And on comes Aaron Lennon now for the remainder of the game. He'll play again on the left-hand side. Mo Salah to take the corner for Liverpool. Deep one in there towards Fabinho. Headed away by Burnley. Hughes away. Now Lennon. Dennis. Only Balotelli up ahead. The former Liverpool player, but the ball didn't reach him. And now Henderson has it for Liverpool. Mane. Henderson went down. It's going to be a free kick then. And Jack Cork may well get spoken to here. The man who conceded a late free kick in the first half at Palace. He's got a second yellow card in consecutive games. So that doesn't help his problems there. And Cork, in fact, that was his final contribution, because Valverde now replaces him for the last minute of normal time plus any stoppage time. So 3 yellow cards to Burnley. Liverpool yet to have one. Henderson now on the edge of the area. The free kick was charged down. Grimaldo. Oh, what a save! Joe Hart. He's had a marvellous game. He looked to go all the way. Grimaldo struck it very, very low, and Joe Hart got everything behind it and more. That was a marvellous piece of goalkeeping. Mo Salah with the corner. Liverpool fans now standing up anticipating. Headed away by Burnley. We're into stoppage time at the end of the game. And what a finish it has been. We can't have expected anything more from this game. It's been frantic from the first whistle, showing out to last. Dennis losing out. Now Hughes showing this must be it. It is! It's all over! Burnley have done it again! The run keeps getting better and better and better. They had to come from behind. Mane put Liverpool ahead inside of 5 minutes. Balotelli inside of 17 minutes equalised. Barnes making it 2-1 on the break after he had an earlier effort, questionably disallowed for offside, and then he hit a 20-foot daisy cutter that Alisson never saw. Liverpool came back into it, forced a couple of brilliant saves from Joe Hart, but Burnley have hung on. Final score here at Turf Moor: Burnley 2, Liverpool 1. And so with that win, takes us up to first place, although Spurs have played only 14 games and are a point behind, but we can still pull away. The two Merseyside neighbours, Liverpool, who have just beaten, and Everton are third and fourth. Liverpool are only 2 points behind at the moment, so still everything to play for at this stage of the season. But we're top for the first time, and it's been a long time coming. Considering it's been a long time since those first two defeats where we couldn't buy a win or even a goal. So it's been a remarkable turnaround. So we play Brighton next up. They're in 12th place with 17 points. So they're about 7 points clear. Just the relegation zone. At the moment it's Palace, Huddersfield and Cardiff that are in the bottom three. United sneaking out of it at the moment, but Arsenal in big trouble there, as you can see, they're in 17th. But as I said, we're playing 12th place Brighton. It looks like Mario Balotelli might be rested for this one. You'll have to wait and see when the two lineups are announced when we get to the game. But it's to Turf Moor we go for our second of our Turf Moor double as we take on Brighton at Turf Moor. Welcome along to Turf Moor, but Burnley will look to follow up their fantastic win in midweek with another win against Brighton today. 1 point separates them and Tottenham at the moment. It is anybody's to play for. Brighton at the wrong end of the table, trying to stay above the water at the relegation zone in a season that they've really have struggled. Will Burnley show any mercy at all to their opponents? We'll have to wait and see. Burnley line up as follows: Joe Hart in goal, a back four of Danilo, Tarkowski, Mee and Shaw, and then Goodmanson, Cork, Hughes and Brady, and Emmanuel Dennis will partner Ashley Barnes. So Mario Balotelli is rested but is amongst the substitutes. Quite a decent sized crowd considering we're now into the middle of December and it's bitterly cold and freezing as Brighton have made the long trip, and David Button is the goalkeeper. Scalotto, Mangulan, Balogun and Bernardo are the back four. Jakobacz, Bertocchi, Proper and March in the midfield. Pascal Gross will play as the number 9 and Alario up front. So Lewis Dunk, Glenn Murray and one or two others there amongst the substitutes there, as you can see. So we're all set to go then at Turf Moor. Manuel Dennis coming in for Mario Balotelli. It's requested to be rested today. And with Burnley's next match against AC Milan coming up, it's thought really that Balotelli should be rested with that in mind, because the leadership of the group will come before anything else. Here's Gross now to Solly Marsh. Back to Pascal Gross again. Good ball in. It comes to Proper. Still Proper. Good effort here. Could potentially be for Proper. And he shoots wide. First opportunity of the game goes to Brighton and Hove Albion. And it came to Proper, who pulls the shot wide. Hughes. Coming up towards 20 minutes now. And Cork! Oh, I was expecting the net to ripple there from Jack Cork. It was a really good effort there by the former Chelsea and Swansea man. And it just drifted wide of the post. And it wasn't very far away, I can assure you of that. It was a really good effort. And it just needed maybe a little bit more accuracy perhaps, and the ball would have been in the back of the net. Danilo hits it out of play and into touch. Brighton making it very difficult for Burnley at the moment. This is Goodmanson. Oh, what a chance, Dennis! And Button just did enough to put him off. Emmanuel Dennis there with an opportunity. He was clean through. He got there first. Button came out though to narrow the angle and did it superbly. No doubt about that one. It was a good piece of goalkeeping. Button with the kick. No score. But it's been a feisty opening 33 minutes or so. Jakobacz, Alario, Jakobacz. He's giving it away this time to Hughes. And it's split the defence to ribbons here. And Dennis could prop it and Ashley Barnes may prop it. But David Button again has saved Brighton. Ashley Barnes all poised to score against his old side. But out came Button and saved very well with the legs, one has to say. 9 minutes or so of the first half remaining. And it's a Burnley corner and it's Johan Goodmanson to take it towards Brady, but it's headed away. They'll come by Luke Shaw now on the far side. Still Shaw. Good skills by Shaw. Does well. Shaw shot. And deflects away. And behind. Burnley now starting to create a few things there. I don't think it was going in the first place before it did take the deflection. So from the resulting corner, Gudmundsson to take it. We're now into the latter stages as Gudmundsson plays it in again, and Ashley Barnes this time heads well wide. We've just got over 3.5 minutes of the first half to go, and well, it has been a very frustrating first half. If you're a Burnley fan, I think one would have to confess that. Very much so, as the goal kick is taken. Cork is there, so too is Hughes. Good rippling run there by Will Hughes, can't find Cork. And that really has, in a nutshell, been the story of the match, really. Proper now to Gross, to Ilario, back to Pascal Gross. Jakob now. They're playing the ball bound quite a bit now, Brighton. This is Solly March, but he ran into traffic and Gudmundsson could bring it away. Well, we're going to see one last chance before half time. This is Will Hughes. Cross comes in and David Button's able to put that away to safety. We've now well and truly played nearly 5 minutes. But we've played a minute and a half over the allotted 3 that we were allocated, but it's so far so good for Brighton. They've kept Burnley at bay. David Button's made a couple of smart saves, but they're holding Burnley here at half-time in the rain at Turf Moor. Half-time here, it's Burnley 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. No changes in either side as the second half commences. Brighton in the stripes, blue and white stripes attacking the goal to our right. And here's Gross straight away. Here's Proper back to Ilario, and here's a chance now. Pascal Gross, and Gross deflected and then it's away, but only as far as Batalaki, who hits it over the crossbar. That would have been a marvellous moment there for Brighton. Really poor defending from the Clash, but got away with it. Ilario again. Gross. March. Oh, and Ilario almost getting on the end of that. Now Emmanuel Dennis picking it up. And look at this run here. Ashley Barnes. Big chance now for Burnley. Barnes off the keeper and in. He's done it against his old team. Aye, aye, Ashley. Burnley in front. 57, nearly 58 minutes to the first second of the game already gone. And the goalkeeper has performed miracles in this match. Well, when he was required here, it should have really been saved. It was straightforward regulation save. And I have to say, Button, who played really well up until that point, really made a complete, utter mess of it. And Ashley Barnes claims another goal, number 6 for the season for him. And Burnley now take the lead after 58 minutes. 1-0.
Number 10, Ashley Barnes.
So Brighton with it all to do then. Here's Gross. 1-0 down. They will have to push forward and come out of defence to try and nullify the attack. This is Barnes to Dennis. Oh, he was tripped there. Surely it has to be a free kick. The referee right on the spot. Burnley want to get on with it. Gudmundsson short to Tarkowski. Here's Shaw. Luke Shaw, right foot. Well held by Button. Did really well there, David Button. Did really well indeed. But Brighton now having to come out and try and attack. The Tarkowski has won it. Shaw, good first time ball. Lovely 2-touch stuff, Barnes. Into Dennis. 2 touches and a goal. That was beautiful. Beautiful attacking play from Burnley. Sheer genius and sheer poetry. 1 touch from Tarkowski. Then Shaw with 1 touch. 2 touches round the corner from Barnes. And then first touch of control from Dennis. And then the finish was so unerring. It was unbelievable. No chance for David Button in the goal. And Burnley have got a firm grip on this clash now and look like extending the lead further. 2-0 they lead. Well, Brighton have got about less than 14 minutes to try and score a couple of goals here. Here's the cross in, and it won't find Shelby, but it will find Cork. And here's the substitute Lennon who came on for Gudmundsson. And away from another substitute, John Joe Shelby. He's got Dennis and Robert and Barnes up ahead, and here's Ashley Barnes. 3-0. It's his second goal of the game. Ashley Barnes does it. Oh, no wonder they sing aye Ashley in these parts. 10 minutes to go. Burnley stretched the lead to 3, and this again was pure genius, pure poetry in motion. Barnes took his time, picked his spot, waited for Button to commit himself, and when he found out he did, my goodness, he played the game well. Goal number 7 of the season, and 2 this afternoon for Ashley Barnes against his old side. As we see a defensive change for Burnley, on comes Gibson, he replaces James Tarkowski. And there's the 4th one for Barnes. He absolutely loves it. 4 for Burnley, 3 for him, completes his hat-trick, and once again, a wonderful ball through. Unfortunately, you didn't see that on the edit, thanks to a technical fault, but never mind, you get to see the full benefit from the replay, and what an unerring finish by the penalty spot. And Button, who's played magnificently well, beaten for a 4th time, and Burnley now on the road to another 3 crucial points, and a Turf Moor double this week. Goal number 8 for Barnes, and he's completed his hat-trick, and what a scintillating hat-trick has been. 6 minutes to spare when he completed the hat-trick. A marvellous performance, it has to be said, from start to finish by Burnley. They have really performed admirably well, and Joe Hart now having an opportunity to play sweeper keeper. But at the end of the day, it's a performance worth noting here from the Clarets, and they've got to be taken seriously as potential Champions League, if not title contenders. Maybe a bit early to say title contenders, because you've got the likes of Spurs and Liverpool still breathing down their necks. We're into 4 added minutes of stoppage time, incidentally, at the end. Solly March, Ilario, back to Solly March. Oh, he's been well held out there. And here's Ashley Barnes, looking for a 4th one now. And he's got a break on here with Robbie Brady, but he decides to retreat back. And there goes the full-time whistle. A day to remember for that man in your picture, Ashley Barnes. A superb exhibition of sharpshooting from him. Emmanuel Dennis got the other goal, but 3 goals for Barnes, 4 for Burnley. Brighton gave it their all, but just couldn't break Burnley down. David Button was probably their player of the match, although he would be at fault for the opening goal, and then the avalanche came rather during the second half. Barnes the hat-trick hero, and the final score at Turf Moor, a resounding victory for Burnley over Brighton by 4 goals to 0. I can now officially confirm that we're unbeaten in 14 games, and we've avoided relegation very, very quickly. 40 points have been achieved. Spurs 4 points further back with a game in hand are in second place. So are Liverpool with 36 points. Also with 36 points. But Leicester have been frogging even Everton into 4th place. Manchester City down in a lonely 8th at the moment, but they're not the only casualties at the wrong end of the table, as you'll see. Chelsea 9th, Southampton are 10th. And then you've got Manchester United in 14th, still not far off the relegation zone. 6 points still clear, but they're pulling away. Arsenal aren't. Look at them, 11 points, and Palace, Huddersfield and Cardiff right down there. Arsenal in the bottom 4. Right outside that relegation zone. That is unthinkable. Right, anyway, that brings us to the end of the show. Some fantastic performances, some big wins there. And then we've got 2 more biggies coming up in the next episode. The final Europa League group game against Milan away in the San Siro, both away from home incidentally. And then it's to Tottenham's White Hart Lane we go for the Premier League match against Tottenham. So plenty to look forward to there on the JB Clark YouTube channel again. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button. We always need the subscribers. If you want notifications, hit the bell. Hit the bell button on there, and you'll get all the notifications from new videos loaded up. Hope you're enjoying the new opening credits as well. And don't forget Facebook. www.facebook.co.com/the JB Clark YouTube channel. So plenty to watch out for there. Hope you have a wonderful day. From me, JB, see you later.